How's it going, everybody? It's Sunday afternoon. A day that used to have meaning. A day that used to have meaning to working people. It's not. Glad y'all came. It's nice to see you. If you're back from the first two podcasts I made, thank you so much. I know there's been no consistency. Now you're in the same boat as all of my teachers throughout my school years who were also broken by the end by my sheer inconsistency and lack of reliability. If I sound weird, it's because I'm sick. I got something going on. Started getting a sore throat like Friday morning. So that's why I was not at the tap house on Friday. It kind of spooked me a little bit because I had COVID a few months ago, and this is how COVID started for me. It was with a sore throat, and I don't really get sore throats anymore. Because I had my tonsils kind of lasered out of the back of my throat when I was like 16. And I have been incredibly healthy since then. Like I get like maybe one or two debilitating illnesses a year at the most. And this isn't like that. Like I took the COVID test. My old man's girlfriend dropped one off. I took the COVID test. I'm negative. I do not have COVID. I guess it's just a fucking cold or something. But what have I been up to lately? I took a trip to I can't remember the name of this fucking town. God, Streator, Illinois. It's spelled like Streator, Streator. I went to Streator, Illinois last Saturday to do a show for Mr. Tim Loss, hosted by the great Live Laugh Lewis. I forget Lewis's actual last name. It's probably Mendoza or something, something like that. Hispanic guy. Just kidding. It's Aureliano. Louis Aureliano. I probably butchered the fuck out of that, but you know what I'm saying. Was there with him, two fellas that I had not met before, and I can't remember their names. I'm sorry. It was at this beautiful theater. Oh, God, this venue was so nice. Like, apparently it used to be a Mason hall, where like fucking old men would come up and pray to Baal to give them plenty of fucking concrete, whatever the fuck Masons did. I don't know. I can tell you I went into their little Mason chamber up above the theater after I had performed, and I didn't feel shit in that room. You know how you walk into an old church or a place of worship, you feel something in there? I didn't feel nothing in the Mason room, dude. Like, that was a room that a bunch of suckers wasted their time in. That was the feeling that room had. I don't know if I was supposed to go up there either. I didn't really ask anyone. When you know you'll probably never be back to a town, it kind of, the shackles come off a little bit. Fuck yeah, I'll go into some rooms I'm probably not supposed to go into. I'm never going to be back here. Actually, I kind of want to go back there some. It was such, like, I only got to see the town at night, which, you do not get a good look of a town at night. So, like, I have a memory of, like, the street I went down to get to the theater and then going back down the same street to leave town. Because it was a long drive to get to this place. Excuse me. Like 3 hours and 40-something minutes from where I live. Lewis was giving me shit like, it only took me 3 hours. Whatever, man. I live in the suburbs. The rest of the white trash. Well, anyway, I made it there. That was the longest I've ever driven to do a comedy gig. I guess what round trip would have been about 8 hours. It was not bad. Like, my old Camry, it's a comfortable car. Like, I didn't feel bad the whole trip, That car is fine to sit in for 3 straight hours. Your butt doesn't get sore. I don't feel cramped in it. God, the Camry is such a great fucking car. You really cannot go wrong. Don't buy a new car. For the love of God, my friend Mike bought a new car. And I've been ranting. I had to tell myself, Dave, you let it go, man. It's not even my car, and it stresses me out thinking about the fact that he owns a new car. And of course it got fucking hit recently, and now it's fucking wrecked. Here I go again. My theory about car ownership is, first of all, don't buy a new car, ever. That's a fucking sucker's game. Even if I had the money, I like to think I wouldn't buy a new car just out of principle. But, as soon as you drive it off the lot, there goes what? Fucking $10,000 or so? I don't have that. I'm not flushing 10 grand down the toilet, even if I have it to flush, because it's wrong. But anyway, Illinois, an incredibly flat state. Very, very flat. I had never gone that far into it. I could have shot a laser pointer from Alton and hit the side of the theater that I performed at. I'm not kidding. It is flat. Another thing I noticed is when you drive north at length, I'm not used to this. The wind from the prairie is slamming into the left side of the car the whole time. There's nothing slowing this wind down. It's constantly blowing you off the right side of the road. Even in a little car like I'm in. I can only imagine how annoying that is in a van or a big truck or something, but it's just fucking constantly just drifting to the fucking right. Correct to the left. Drift some more. Down where we live, you pretty much just travel east to west. You either got the wind at your back or kind of in your face, It's you're either kind of swimming through it like an arrow or the wind's at your back. It sucks to have the wind hitting you at a side angle. That just feels wrong. Ugh. There's a big pink elephant on the way there. That's the only significant landmark between here and Streator. You leave St. Louis from Streator, one of the first neat things you'll see, the big old pink elephant left side of the highway at a fucking, I don't know, some kind of gift shop or some antique store. And after that elephant, man, things get rough. There's not a whole lot to look at after the elephant. Mainly just farmland. These farmers, it's a thing now. They got to drag their fucking dumbass political slogan up to the highway, set it next to their soybean field, this'll teach all those liberals what the truth is. Dude, we're laughing at this shit while we drive by. Okay? We laugh at you. All right? If we want to know what you think about the issues, we'll call. You just make sure that crop comes in, Cletus. We'll fucking call you if you're needed. All right? Thanks. But Streator could learn a lot from the people that run Merrimack Caverns, is all I'm saying. Merrimack Caverns knows how to keep people driving. They got so many fucking signs for Merrimack Caverns. Keep going. Keep going. You're almost there. Just another 112 miles to Merrimack Caverns. And Streator needs to do, the pink elephant should have been in Streator. Frankly, that would have been something to look forward to. They could have signs and shit keep going, the elephant's coming. Come see the big pink elephant in Streator. You're almost there. She's waiting. She's waiting. And then, just like Merrimack Caverns, if you pass Streator, they have a fucking sign after the town. You missed it. Turn around. Merrimack Caverns is awesome. If you get people from out of state and you want to bring them on something that's just the right mixture of hokey, embarrassing, and funny, bring them to Merrimack Caverns. It's a cave tour. You get to go through it. Oh, my God. I remember the last time I went there, we got the worst cave tour the last time I went there. I remember we go in, and I see, there's this guy who's doing a cave tour, and he's got, this nice, pleasing voice. It's welcome to the Merrimack Cave. And you see these are stalactites, and these are stalagmites. And this was all formed by an ancient river. You listen to this guy talk about caves all fucking day. Guess what my tour guide sounded like? She sounded like this. I'm not like, I don't want to be misogynist or anything, but like if you had to choose between listening to James Earl Jones and Paris Hilton read the Bible, which would you go with, you know? Jesus, dude. Like, I had to, like, I kind of, like, just, like, lost the group on purpose. She was like, these are stalactites. And now when water falls down over millions of years, it's like, oh, my God. It fucking echoes off these stone walls and just makes it louder. You know, not everyone's right for every job. Women with shrill voices should not lead cave tours. It was grinding on me. I will stand by this in front of anyone. All right, what else do I have to talk about? My cats are on a diet. You know what? That's pretty much how you know that like they're becoming too much work. Does anyone need cat? I'm just kidding. I love my cats. I guess my young cat's not on, but my fat cat is on a diet. I bring him to the vet and I'm like, is he too heavy? And they're like, he's morbidly obese. He's going to have cat diabetes soon. Like, we're going to give him prescription food, and he only gets this tiny cup worth of it every single day. And my life has been miserable ever since. Like, food was this cat's joy in life, and now I have to separate him from it all the time, and it makes him fucking miserable. It's like if you didn't let me smoke weed except, like, 2 hits a day. Imagine if you took the biggest stoner you know, and it's like you get 3 good hits over a 24-hour period. And you better choose when they're going to fucking be, because you only get 3. That would torture them. That's what's happening to my cat. I got to do it, though, man. I would feel like such a piece of shit if I had to go get diabetes medication for a cat. I am not checking a cat's blood sugar, all right? He's just going to have to get in shape. That's the best outcome here. I finally decided to bring someone into my business, my eBay computer bullshit. I don't have time to get into that today. I just wanted to talk about acquisition. Like, my friend, he knows the computer aspect of what I do for a living pretty much as well as I do. But, like, what I'm thinking, like, I brought him on one trip. Like, I call it acquisition. To acquiesce things in the buying and selling trade normally involves getting in your car and driving to some old person's house that you've never been to and walking around a stinky old basement, which is what we did. And I brought him with me, and he's like, that was cool, man. We just went to some old guy's house and looked at, like, a big basement filled with computers, and like, this was work, huh? Like, this was like a day of work for... I'm like, yeah, man, like, you need to learn how to do this, because, like, you might know how to, like, fix one of these things and put it together, but, like, schmoozing old people in their basement is a completely different animal. Like, this is an art. You have to learn this through experience. There's no book. You know, this is one of those things they don't teach you in school. Wheeling and dealing, schmoozing. A lot of people do not like to haggle. I love haggling. What I don't like is Karens. Now, I know nobody likes Karens, but haggling, like, for some reason, like, there's a certain type of white woman who's running the register at the counter at a state sale or at a garage sale, and she just thinks she is a fucking expert, man, and you're not gonna fucking talk her down on anything. No matter, like, she's heard about you people, and you're not gonna get one over on her. And you know what these people end up doing? They end up bringing a fucking full U-Haul trailer up to Goodwill at the end of the weekend, having not sold anything. That's something I want everyone to remember. I've totally lost my fucking train of thought here, but if you take one thing from my podcast today, it's that some people are so bad at business that they will lose money just so that they can remain correct in their mind. Keep that in mind. That's something to remember. And if you ever feel like that's happening, it's time to walk away. Guys, thank you so much for listening. This has been the Not Worth Listening To podcast. I'm David O'Donnell. Thank you so much.